you with the box. What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right, how's everybody doing on this glorious Wednesday? In case you didn't know, when we recorded this, it was Wednesday. Welcome to the 23rd episode of Bob's Basement Toy Blog. As you can see, we're starting a little weird today because I've actually got stuff stacked on top of the tub that we're going to get to. Why I did this was the tub that these items were in, this was all that was in one of my giant red coffins, the big tubs that I have. Awesome, because I can start moving stuff into that tub that's the same. So like 375-inch Star Wars figures can now move into that tub. However, as you can see, not all of this is Star Wars for a change. And the box below is not all Star Wars either. So we are moving right along here for the 23rd episode. Sorry, I move all this when I actually get in the door. I was not able to get the stuff behind me as I promised yesterday. However, I was able to go that way, and when I moved into the house, I was actually laying things out, Christmas, Halloween, October, toys, and then I got pulled upstairs to help somebody with something upstairs, and then everything got scattered. Yeah, it wasn't fun for me because everything started getting mixed-matched, put on top of each other. I knew what was in every tub, and then this just became a puzzle piece that just got thrown everywhere. Like, I know all the pieces are here, just can't put it back together. So, here we go. Let's get to it. We'll remove some things off the top so immediately you can see me. Now, this is a personal favorite of mine. Hello, Gene and Dave. Thanks for tuning in yet again. This is one of my personal favorites. This is an original G.I. Joe APC vehicle. Now, the cool part about this vehicle was, well, there are actually several things. One, this bad boy floats. You put him on the water, and he will actually float. So Hasbro did that. It was very cool. Hey! All right! I have been looking everywhere for this guy. I'm pretty sure this is heavy duty, and this was the tank driver. Yes! This is the tank driver to the Mauler tank. I can't even tell you what episode that was. Put almost the whole thing together, found some of the pieces, and I'm like, I know I still have the driver. That rubber band is weak. So somehow, I'm pretty sure it's heavy duty. Heavy duty ended up in the APC. So we're going to put him in one of our little containers here to the side, and he will get sorted and put into the right vehicle. So let's get back to it. All right. This was a two-seater vehicle. Very, very cool. It also was a carrying case. Actually, let's bring heavy duty back out here. So what you would do is with this carrying case is you would set a Joe down here. There's a little thing for his foot that he'd stay in place. And then you would put this massive seat belt that Hasbro concocted so that you could strap all the Joes in. So this thing can hold, I think, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. It holds 20 Joes. It holds 20 Joes. And you put this on top. Oh, wait a minute. Not only did it seat 20 Joes, right down the center there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 G.I. Joes would fit in this vehicle. So you could stand them up inside here with the pegs on their feet. And then this part here, you're wondering why this is like this. This would keep their heads from bumping into each other and knocking it down. So you're thinking, well, how is this a carrying case? How would I walk this around? It had a handle. Amazing, right? In the great G.I. Joe purge that I did back when I was in college, couldn't get rid of this. This was one of my all-time favorite vehicles. I think it was the biggest vehicle I had at the time, and I got it for my 9th or 10th birthday, and I absolutely loved it. I got Shipwreck, this, and Barbecue, and then there was one other Joe I got. I got those three Joes, Footloose, Barbecue, and Shipwreck. All three brand new G.I. Joes with this. This was an original, first or second wave of the original G.I. Joe figures. This was one of the vehicles that came out. So my grandmother got me that and the three Joes, and I was so happy. Like, it was just exactly what I wanted for my birthday, and it was thrilled. So I couldn't get rid of it. A lot of the G.I. Joe stuff is just so cool, so vintage, and I love going back and getting some of that original stuff. Especially the stuff I never had, like the Mauler tank, which not the Mauler, the original G.I. Joe, the Mob tank. It's here somewhere. It's here. I don't have Steeler, the guy who drove it, but this is not the blueprints. And I just found a big envelope of blueprints. These are the instructions to the self-propelled cannon slugger, which we actually did find third or fourth episode. So this is a great find. Thrilled to have it back in the collection that I know of that it's silly. Oh, here it is. Nope. Even better. Almost have a complete Mauler tank. Here are the instructions and blueprints to the Mauler tank. So the G.I. Joe figure that I had out, I put back in that case, so I got to put over here in the drawer. This is actually his blueprints to his tank, so it's almost complete. That is awesome. That is awesome. What's up, Matt? Say hi to my friend Matt Booker, member of Fantha Tracks. They are in England. It's a great Facebook group if you want to join it and follow about all Star Wars news. I mean, they cover everything. So definitely want to tune in to Fantha Tracks. Matt and I have met several times. We met at a convention, and we met at Toy Fair, and we've just been chatting ever since. Matt, you will appreciate this. This is a Ywing Bomber from the Clone Wars. I have never taken this out of the box. These were at Toys R Us for a very long time, and a couple other stores. Check out this like cardboard box that they did this so it like pops out of the screen, pops out of the box, and there's like a starfield behind it. Amazing vehicle. Now the Y-Wing was always one of my favorites. That's what it actually looks like, not just the artwork. And I love it on the cover here. We have Anakin and Ahsoka and R2. So Anakin's in the ball turret, and then we have Anakin driving. The Y-Wing Bomber was one of my favorite toys as a kid that I never had. This is, I guess, the version of what it would look like before it was in A New Hope, which I always thought was neat because it's like brand new and sleek. This was an awesome find, and I got this at Toys R Us, I believe, for like $25. They had a markdown on sale because they couldn't get rid of them. They were stacked. And I'm not sure, but this was up there in the price point. Maybe Matt can say. I think it was like $80 when it first came out. I mean, it's heavy. I don't think there's batteries on here, but it seats 2 in a droid. Doesn't come with any figures. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nope. It was $60 when it came out, and I got it at Marshall's for $29. So I got it for 50% off. And then even then, Marshall's had it for $39.99. They marked it down to $29.99 when they got it. So awesome. But $60 for a vehicle is a bit steep. Let's move on to the next little Star Wars vehicle right now. This is from Attack of the Clones. This is Obi Wan's. I'm always afraid when I press buttons that I'm going to either fire rockets and hit myself in the face, or and all I want to really do is just bring down a landing gear. So here's the landing gear. This is Obi Wan's ship from Attack of the Clones, the one that he uses to fight Jango Fett in this Slave One. So these were, you could actually get these as a 2-pack, like a giant vehicle 2-pack at one point. I bought this individually. And I think there's something else that goes with this. I'm not really 100% sure. In the movie and in the cartoons, there was this other like bubble that went around it. I don't have that. But the button I pressed under here actually opened these up, and then these pop off. I don't think it ever did this in the movie. I'm pretty sure that it didn't do this in the movie. But there were rockets here at one point, and they are probably either long since gone or I folded them into something. You can kind of see the beginnings of the TIE Fighter design here a little bit. These are neat, but you know, why would I want to do this? I guess you got to close this, and so this was something that was out on my desk for maybe not. This was out on my desk for a very long time at my old apartment, and it was one of my favorite designs of a ship. It was so different, so unique. And then inside here, this is actually the very first Obi Wan release from Attack of the Clones. It's the one that comes with the little droid. He actually has a magnet in his hand that he can hold onto the droid that he's chasing through Coruscant. The droid drops the evil It's like a worm creature that tries to kill Padme. So that's actually that Obi Wan. He does not have the thing on his head, which they did release later. So he's kind of a more posed one, and I thought he just looked better in here as that kind of figure. Never owned a droid. All right, and this is not mine. This is, and I want to get the right year for this bad boy, so hopefully I can find it here. This is not mine. This is a 2006 Batmobile Lego set. Now, this was my brother-in-law's, and we're going to give this to my son for Christmas one year. It's a little dusty, but the Legos are all inside, as you can see. Actually, oh, it's built. Didn't even know it was built. This thing's been in the basement for like ever. So it's actually built. There it is. So I'm gonna have to pull this apart, put it in separate bags, and then have my son build it one year. That thing is. Can I pull these out? Yeah. So you can pull these. Oh, those are awesome. So this is a Lego set. It's gonna go to my son. It's from his uncle. And that'll make a fabulous Christmas gift. 2006 Batman. This is a cool Batman. It's the Jim Lee design that they had when he was doing the book. Pardon me as I move some of the bigger things around here. All right. So, moving right along. Oh, last thing in the tub. Last thing in that mini tub that I had to move. These are... Now, I usually look for these kind of plastic boxes and things. I find these at, like, Joann Fabrics. They're basically just... boxes for sewing supplies. You put beads in here and all these kind of things. What I have in here, though, is I have Star Wars baseball cards. And this is, I believe, the second series to Empire Strikes Back. I believe the first series was silver. And they have a highlight of a whole bunch of characters. I think I have all of the second round. But these really should be in some sort of baseball book. And I prefer to put them in that. And then... this case is actually perfect for these. Topps put these out. They're like a widescreen card. It kind of revealed so much about the movie. This is the collector card. This is a sticker. I do believe that this is the full series of Episode 1 cards, or it's the doubles. I got them all for like, they were selling boxes of them for like $5, so I was just buying them up left and right. So, great box. Awesome thing to use for your toys and as well as keeping baseball cards track. The thing I liked about the first series of Topps cards, usually for a movie, if it's really, really big, will have the characters and it'll be the story. But then usually Topps, the second time around, they start running out of ideas or they run out of photos. And there was just one in here, I just saw it. They'll put in production photos. So it was maybe the only way you actually got to see something. There was one in here, or concept art photos. Let me put this one up. So here's a Ralph McQuarrie baseball card, right? So little things like that. Concept drawings. Here it is. Filming the Star Destroyer. So this would it tell you exactly how it was done and who did it, Industrial Light and Magic, and then it was a movie effects card. So things like that, that would just get me going. Like, oh my God, you can see people in there. You can see the lights. You can see the scope, the size of it. Those are things that like that. That's why Star Wars was really unique. And I say Topps did this because they did it with the Batman, Tim Burton's Batman in '89. The second series of cards was like almost all behind the scenes photos because they basically used up everything they had the first time around, story-wise. So then you could get, oh, here's Tim Burton, directing somebody. So I always thought it was neat that if you were a on-set photographer, that if your photos ended up as baseball cards. I mean, that's insane, right? All right, so we're going to have a mixture of some oddball things here, but fear not. There is Star Wars in here, as there is probably in every box here. So this is my original Millennium Falcon. The stickers are really falling apart, falling off. So I have read a couple of things online. Where are the pieces, Bob? They're right here in this bag. I believe I have every original piece, or I found some at toy shows, except for the little ball on the string, because that piece actually broke off, and then there's no reason for me to have it, because I can't even attach it. So I do have the guns, I have the cockpit glass, I have the cockpit, all that here, but it's funny to see. You can see the discolorization of what was actually had a sticker and then what didn't. You can see the original colors underneath. So I'd have to really take it apart. I have read a few things online. So here the stickers are just falling off. It's a 45-year-old toy. No, it's not 45. It's at least 40 years old. At least 40 years old. I think I got this at Empire, when Empire came out. The seat's in there. I think if I could pull the cardboard out, I think I would give it a full wash. And I read online that you could stick it in the dishwasher at a cool setting and just let it run and clean it off, and it'll turn it all white again. So it's something I got to consider to do. But I found someone in Australia that actually reprints all the stickers to the exact specs as you need them to be. So I may go that route. If I can sell myself on putting it in the dishwasher and cleaning it up, I may just wash it in the tub and try to give it a good bath. But the cardboard inside that kind of breaks off the dimensions and kind of shows you like the little cockpits, and it goes from here to there. I really need to unscrew it and take it apart. That's always dangerous for me. I basically, I'm going to find a good online tutorial to clean it up. But I often describe the Millennium Falcon as your first car for toys because, and in some ways it's more like your first Winnebago. Because your characters, this was your play set. I mean, look at this. All the stickers are gone off the back. This was your play set. This was your vehicle. This was your character's, your home away from home. It's in fairly decent shape. I got a crack right here, but hey, what are you going to do? But this is the original, and awesome that I still have this, and that really want to keep this. I want to restore it, so that's fun. Here's my original Nerf basketball net that I got for my 9th birthday. I think this has been in either every apartment or college dorm I've ever had. It's rusty. This is actually a piece, and I hope the rest is in here. If not, things are going to get weird. This is actually a piece to the Imperial bunker that they made for Empire Strikes Back. It's like a Hoth playset. This would explode. So I have seen the rest of it. It's weird that this piece isn't with the rest. But I went to the Black Rose Antique Mall in Allentown and bought like a whole bunch of the pieces, and literally went through this guy's entire stand and just rifled through boxes and found all the pieces except one. And I was like, he was like $8. I was like, yay! So that's definitely gonna have to find the rest of that. It's here somewhere. So this is sticker still here. This is original Tim Burton. Now I think I got this back in in 1999 or 2000. The original Jack Skellington. Very articulated, by the way. The box has seen some better days, but I think it's because it's been in and out of storage for ever. This is the Shadow Beast from Matty Collector. This is an awesome figure. So Shadow Beast was in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the original cartoon series, and Matty Collector started doing big guys. Look at this thing. That is awesome. So I always like big monsters, big beasts, and Shadow Beast is definitely incredible. That is an awesome figure. I think he was $60. I think he was a little bit more. I've gotten rid of a lot of my Matty Collector figures, but not this one. Nope. The only, there's a couple others that are a little bit bigger than this. They did some giants, and then they did some, guys that were supposed to be made that weren't made. They did those, but then they made one of the dragons. Well, they made the dragon from Masters of the Universe, and it's one of my toy grails now. They even re-released it with a different color, so kind of like comic book style. So they made him once as he looked in the cartoon, and then they released him again as he looked on in the comic. So definitely want to get that guy. But I would even trade Shadow Beast for that, because I really wanted the dragon more. I wanted him to sit on my bookshelf. That's a favorite right there. So this was a gift from my wife. This is an original Sideshow Collectible Planet of the Apes Cornelius. The Velcro is starting to go. But he was on display, so he was out of the box. He does come with a map to the Forbidden Zone. He comes with a doll, and he comes with a scroll. So he was actually out on display. That's why there's all these wires in here. but never sell this, so I probably should put him back out on display again. And as I said, I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan, so this is great. They made, in this line, they made Zira, Dr. Zaius, and then Astronaut Taylor, so he's actually in the spacesuit. So, ooh, Atomic, is it Atomic Toys? Blast from the Past? I think it might have been Blast from the Past in Burbank. She got this for me. Fantastic. Love this thing. We've been looking for this for quite some time now. And we have 2 Rorschachs. And we do have Rorschach's weapons. We have 2 Rorschachs, like I said. We have a bag full of Rorschach's weapons and hands for another Rorschach. So my wife and I each got one at different times before we were together. And this is, I believe, her Rorschach, because I took mine out of the box. And I had gotten mine for like $10 at a Suncoast Video that was going out of business. But there he is, complete, everything, hands, grappling hook, a stand. This is DC Direct. This is a fabulous release. Mask is great, hat is great. So you get a little file card on the back. They also released the Comedian and Dr. Manhattan in a full suit. So this is awesome, and it's still in the box. And you can see, like, this is Sideshow Collectibles, so this is a little bit higher end. But this is DC Direct's 1/6 scale answer to that. This wasn't nearly as much as this when they initially came out, but now I think they're probably equal on the secondary market. Original sticker there to the Millennium Falcon off the engine piece. Definitely going to order more stickers. Okay, so I'd love to say that this is Captain Rex. It is not. Captain Rex, when I was living in LA, because I was so close to Sideshow Collectibles, they actually started sending me product to review. And they were like, would you like the new Shadow Trooper? And I was like, yes, of course. So when they sent me the Shadow Trooper, he not a prototype, but it was before they had the boxes printed. They asked me, would I be interested in the Shadow Trooper? Oh, here, I can open it from here. I'd be interested in the Shadow Trooper. And I said, we're sorry, we don't have a box. It's a Captain Rex box. So there, and I took him out, I reviewed him, whole bit, but there is the Shadow Trooper. So actually, this is the way it came from Sideshow in this box. Obviously, the box is the same. I'm guessing that this is probably the same too for Captain Rex. It had a rocket pack in it. But it's a great figure. I wish I would have done a video review. I did I typed it all out and had circles and stuff. But love this Sideshow collectible. And it, because of the box and the way it is, I'll probably never get rid of it, but definitely weird. Gene, you like Planet of the Apes too. So Star Trek and Planet of the Apes kind of drives you nuts. Interesting. Very interesting. And last item in the tub, in its original box. And it's never been opened. My best guess, yes. So, this is, and I shouldn't open it. I should open it. I wasn't going to bring my knife down today, and then I probably should have. So, the box tells me what it is, but what's up, Donnie? Hope you're staying well. I loved your Teenage King of Mars artwork you put up the other day. Very, very cool. Okay, so it was an anniversary birthday. I believe it was my 35th birthday. 35th or 40th. It was my 35th or 40th birthday. It was a monumental birthday. It was one of those two. I decided that I wanted to order something special for myself, so I got... Wow. I got the... Oof. I mean, they really make it tough on you to not open this box in the slightest. This is... Just open it. This is the prototype Boba Fett. So, why is it white? I thought Boba Fett was green or light blue. When they originally had the whole outfit together... for the first time, he was white. Everything was white. And there was, there's an urban legend that he was going to be like a super stormtrooper. Or the first of the super stormtroopers. And then he ended up becoming a bounty hunter. So they made this whole outfit in white. and there's like video footage of it or 16 millimeter footage of it, and then he did march in a parade. But to commemorate the anniversary of Boba Fett and that moment, Sideshow actually released a full-on white version of the figure, and there he is in his entirety. And this is actually the exclusive. So why is this the exclusive? Well, there were two versions. There was a regular version, and then for a little bit more, you actually got this Boba Fett with the Star Wars beach towel, which is what they used for the original cape. So if I turn this around, he has a white cape. But when they initially made him, they didn't have a cape, so they used a Star Wars beach towel. They made this one they made a special exclusive version, that's what the sticker's for, that came with the beach towel. So you could, if you were a wholesaler, you could order the regular one and get that at, you could get that, you know, you could sell it, you could get that. But if you wanted the exclusive, you could only get it from Sideshow. And then this was limited edition, so you had a very quick opportunity. So that thing, wow, that was a big deal. I just opened that for you, and now I'm freaking out because I want to get back in the box. That was the first time that has ever been out of that box. It seems weird that you give yourself a gift for an anniversary and then you not open it for like a monumental birthday. But this was the one that I really, really wanted to keep. I had lost my job back in 2013, 2014, something like that, writing for a website. And I lost my job and I really needed money. And I didn't go on unemployment. I just figured that I could get a job relatively quick, and I should have gone on unemployment. So I ended up selling a lot of my Sideshow collectibles. So I had an exclusive rock and roll from G.I. Joe, and I had an exclusive Snowtrooper sniper, and got rid of it because I got 2 to 3 times what I paid for them because they were the exclusive versions. But when it came down to it, I was like, I couldn't get rid of this Boba Fett. It meant too much to me. It was what I really wanted for my birthday. You know, and I was trying to buy myself a Sideshow every year for my birthday. That was going to be my one gift. That was it. Actually, haven't done that since. Haven't bought a Sideshow since that. This was, I think, Snowtrooper was the last one, and that was the one I had to part with. So that's it. A little bit longer today. Not as long as yesterday, though. We did some really good stuff. Went that way. I found 2 really big boxes. So tomorrow is going to be all Power of the Force Star Wars figures. I found a box that is nothing but that. I'm going to try and do some research maybe ahead of time and be able to figure out what I should be looking for, if anything is worth, if they're valuable. They're all carded. Every single figure is carded in that tub over there. So I'm really interested in getting into that and seeing what's there. So again, my name is Bob from Total Toy Recon. We've been posting a lot of these finds on our Instagram page. Today, I don't know if that's going to happen too much because these are pretty big items and almost everything is loose if it wasn't already in the box. So maybe a little weak today on the Instagram, but I'll see what I can come up with. So thank you for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow at noon, and that's it. So stay safe. Don't go outside unless you have to. Please wear a mask and practice the social distancing.